In today's news, 3 additional cases of COVID-19 imported into the BVI, and today we are live with VI artist Kendake.
And St. Thomas Carnival is canceled for 2021. All this and so much more when 284 News returns. Welcome, everybody. Today is Tuesday, December 15th, 2020, and we are coming to you live straight out of the British Virgin Islands. Of course, I am Kyla Kenesha Forbes.
And my name is Javon Wilson. A terrific Tuesday, that is, of course, with your daily edition of local, regional, as well as international content right here out of 284 Media. Now, viewers, lots going on. We were so happy to jump into it. But before we do that, we want to acknowledge a visionary today who's celebrating, of course, his heavenly birthday. That is the late Honorable Ralph T. O'Neill, who played such a molding role, really, in the development of these beautiful Virgin Islands. The late Honorable Ralph Telford O'Neill, OBE, was the longest serving elected representative in the British Virgin Islands, and also served as the chief minister when, of course, the office was so titled, or the premier of the Virgin Islands for 3 terms. Of course, we're hoping that his legacy can live on forever. Also, 3 imported cases of COVID-19 in the BVI, of course, bringing the total to 6 since our reopening on December 1st. So lots to get into today.
Most definitely. And also the fact we're looking into the fact that the lack of assent of the cannabis bill by the governor is causing the BVI to lose investors. Of course, this has been a conversation for quite some months now, and we're still awaiting assent from the governor. We've talked about that a little bit last week, and now we see where investors might be pulling out because of that pulling back from the UK. But also over in St. Thomas, Carnival seems to be canceled for 2021.
Womp womp.
Womp womp. And Biden, soon-to-be President-elect Joe Biden, have been confirmed as the U.S. president by the Electoral College in the USA.
And that's good news, because I think I recall hearing Trump say if he was appointed by the Electoral College, he would definitely concede. But we know Trump, his story changes as the day comes. So viewers, we're going to head straight into our newscast for today. Like we said initially, 3 additional cases of COVID-19 have been confirmed in the British Virgin Islands. This brings the current total of active cases to 6, all of which were imported following the official reopening of the territory's borders on December 1st. Now, this was confirmed by Minister of Health and Social Development, Honorable Carvin Malone, who said, and I quote, "We have a total of 6 active cases when it comes to COVID-19, another 3 discovered between Sunday and yesterday, Monday. Of these 6, 4 of them were tests done on day 0 upon entry," end of quote. Now, viewers, the update was made during the December 14th budget debate at the House of Assembly. That was yesterday, of course. Honorable Malone said that this is a key indicator that the protocols engaged are working efficiently, as all of the cases were detected while in mandatory quarantine. He said, and I quote, "It works. The other 2 were caught at the exit of day 4. So here we have 6, but each of them in the quarantine space," Honorable Carvin Malone continued. Now, viewers, health authorities have received several reports of persons trying to breach the quarantine despite having to wear the tracking devices. As a result, Honorable Malone is now imploring all residents of the territory to speak out if they see something. He further said, and I quote once again, "Quarantine and testing requirements must be followed, and anyone who violates this will be found and fined in accordance with all of our established laws and protocols. Thus, I am appealing to every resident and visitor to be our brothers and sisters' keeper and to report any suspicion of breaching by calling 311. If you see something, say something. We are in it. We are in this together." Sorry. Now, viewers, to date, the territory has seen a record 79 confirmed cases, but luckily and very fortunate for us, 72 recoveries. And I really like stressing on that. Kyla, 1 death. And of course, we now have 6 active cases. Kyla, one of the things we were looking at prior to the reopening is, of course, building our health capacity. I think our government has effectively and efficiently done that, especially with, I think, primarily on the backs of BVI landers and the residents of the BVI. It's an independent effort, really, but we have seen a little assistance from the UK. And I think collectively, we are in a space where we can say we are as ready as we can be for the December arrivals. So the systems are working as they should.
I do agree. 6 active cases. Of course, we know that this would have been something that we would have seen with the borders being reopened. Of course, we're encouraging persons to wear your mask and to sanitize as necessary.
And not breach the quarantine.
Of course. Now, as we move on, the RATED program, that is RATED. This is a program that has been established in the 7th District to curb unemployment. Now, RATED stands for Registration, Apprenticeship, Training, Employment, and Development. Now, Dr. the Honorable Natalio D. Wheatley, the representative for the 7th Electoral District, identified an issue of unemployment in the district. Now, upon him entering into office, he quickly realized that there were no proper data to represent this issue. Now, RATED provides an avenue to collect relevant data of all the unemployed persons in the district and identify their specific needs. The program also provides mentorship and educational opportunities for its residents. Now, viewers, you may remember in a recent interview here at 284 Media, Honorable Wheatley mentioned the RATED program and basically the work that they were doing through this program. Well, viewers, we do have an update for you, so let's take a look.
RATED is going excellently. We started off registering persons. We were putting on a work program in the district involving bush cutting. And to get on the program, each participant had to register. This is an important part of the program because we want this register where persons can develop their resumes, that they can put their work experience on there, the skills they've acquired. So registering the individuals is extremely important. And to get them to register, we had to say it was a prerequisite to participate in the work program. And we had over 100 persons register, and most of those persons would have received some type of work with the RATED program, and some of them would have received up to 2 weeks of work. And the persons who did the work were extremely pleased with being able to make a salary. Persons in the community were extremely pleased with the job they did in cleaning the community. Registered for the program, we have persons as young as 17, 18 years old. I believe there may have even been someone who was 16 years old in the program, and persons up until their 50s. So the program has a wide variety of ages and every age in between. We also have persons who finish high school and some persons who have not finished high school. We have mostly males, but we do have some females, and we have some work coming up for the females very shortly. We're going to have them paint the guardrails along the highway. And we have some other work for the females, and we had some females participating in the bush cutting as well. In the next phase of the rated program, we want persons who have registered now to develop their profiles on our website that we develop for persons to register. We want them to learn about resume building. How do you go ahead and do an interview? And we're going to have some sessions where we'll have persons actually teach persons how to go through these processes to get ready to seek a job. We're also going to look towards the apprenticeship side of the program, where we'll be identifying some areas of interest for the different registrants, asking them if they're interested in carpentry, masonry, if they're interested in landscaping, and try to see if we can put on some courses for them to upgrade their skills a bit in some of these areas. And so we can actually see if we can get them on some job sites. And there's potential as well even to pay a portion of their salary while they're doing a stint with a particular employer. And we hope that if the employer likes how they work, that the employer would retain them. I want to encourage all the contractors in the district to actually register for this program. You can register at the 7th District Constituency Office in the former Elite Building. We also want to encourage other employers in different areas to register for the program, so that when you have job vacancies, we can take some of the individuals who have proven themselves in the program. They've performed well, they've arrived on time, they've worked hard, they're respectful. We want to encourage those persons to have first preference for the jobs available in the district and even beyond the.
Now we see where Honorable Wheatley basically speaks to the program and where he see it going in the next stages. But Javon, coming out of the 7th District, I'm very happy to see a program such as this one being established. I think what I love most about this program, and Honorable Wheatley was speaking a little bit about it, it's not just about finding jobs for these persons, but also relevant life training, how to show up on a job on time, how to carry yourself. And I think sometimes that is all young persons really need. Sometimes we overlook those essential life skills. And I'm definitely happy to see him identifying this issue and going full speed ahead with it.
And that is the lecturer in him, really, Kyla. We do know unemployment to be an age-old issue across the territory, but we've seen high concentrations of unemployment, specifically in the 7th District, for various reasons as well. It is a widely populated district as well, but definitely something that we've been speaking about for years, and has a lot been done in that district to curb that issue. We can't necessarily say, enough was done. So I'm very happy to see this program, and you highlighting the fact that he's going after the skills, which is a very important thing. Like, for example, simply knowing how to write and submit a resume. And those are things that we often overlook because, you give a man a fish for a day, give a man a fish, you feed him for a day, but you teach him to fish, and you really can feed him for a lifetime. One of the things we know for sure is that, especially with politicians, people would show up at your door. People are always asking for handouts. So if we're essentially able to equip persons with the necessary skills, and not only that, provide the opportunities, I think it will go a long way. So I'm very proud to see this. Viewers, we're going to go to a quick commercial break, but when we come back, we are talking to Kendake. Kendake is a VI artist that has been rocking the airwaves with a song that I believe is very timely, and certainly a song you want to hear. So stick with us. There's so much more after this commercial break.
The win! Oh!
284 News.
Coming to you live and direct from the beautiful British Virgin Islands.
What's poppin', what's really good, what's happening, what's up?
Hello, viewers. Welcome back to 284 News. Now, like before the break, today we are speaking to somebody I'm really honored to get into it with, a VI artist that is certainly rocking the airways. And we really love doing this at 284 Media because a lot of the inspiration that we're looking for in foreign sources is right here in the BVI. So it gives me great pleasure to welcome my guest for today, Kendake. Welcome to 284 Media.
Thank you so much for having me. Appreciate you.
You are welcome. So, for a few persons who may be living under a rock and certainly don't know why you're here today, when I think about you, Kendake, your music and your artistry is something that really speaks volumes. But your most recent song, Light Us Up, it's a track that is supposed to be on everybody's playlist, especially if you're from the BVI. But before we get to the track, just tell us a little bit about yourself. Tell us a little bit about Kendake.
Well, my name is Candice Bryan, also known as Kendake. Kendake is the African origin of my given name, Candice.
Okay.
For me, music began with a love for writing. I've always been really into writing stories and poetry. And I found that when I recited my poems when I was younger, it always came out like I was reciting a rap verse.
Okay.
And in
so
that,
you will put that against some instrumentals and so on.
Correct. Yeah.
Awesome.
I found it was something that I could definitely develop. Yeah.
All right. So you said this was since you were back in school?
Correct. Yeah. So I would say I began doing music honestly as long as I could remember. Mm-hmm. But more specifically, coming up in primary school around 2007. Music has always been something I've developed on the low. But everybody from, close friends and family, classmates from primary school up to community college always knew me as a musical artist.
All right. Now, you just spoke about growing up. Tell us about some of the musical influences you had. Like, who would you listen to? Who was definitely on your track list, especially as you got into that industry?
Oh, man. From a very young age, I listened to a melting pot of artists. Mm-hmm. I grew up in a Christian household, so my early influences came from the likes of Sanchez, Carlene Davis, the Grace Trillers, and
that Caribbean feel.
Exactly.
I love it.
And then it expanded to the likes of Bob Marley, Lauryn Hill, Nas, and so much more. It's hard to mention all.
Well, viewers, when we think about this song, and we're going to go to it in a short bit, this song is really a mirror to 2020. I think it's timely, and I keep using the word timely simply because this has been a really, really tough year. When you listen to the song, there are so many gold nuggets in there and so many lines of inspiration. Just tell us before we go to the clip, what influenced it? What would have influenced this for you?
I would say definitely the events of 2020, the pandemic, as well as my personal experiences as a young woman and as an artist. I think a lot of people can attest to the fact that during this year, we faced so many issues, besides financial issues, also mental health. And as it relates to mental health, I think that sometimes it can be a taboo conversation in our community, especially amongst young persons. So the song is really about almost like not finding a way, feeling like there's no way, but finding the beauty in what might seem like an ugly situation.
I love that you said that. There's a quote that just took me back to a quote that says, even in chaos, there is opportunity. So I'm going to allow you to send our viewers to the track. So go ahead.
So Light Us Up by Kendake. Listen, you can find it on all major streaming platforms and enjoy.
Life's to be lived and not endured. If you believe, put your lighters up. Keep it blazing, 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 blazing all day, yeah. Solid as a rock and I stay secured. You ain't got chase when you know it's yours. Keep it rolling, 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 rolling all day, yeah. I am Kendake and this one is called Lighters Up. Yeah. Be sure to give thanks always and in our ways. Yeah. And always keep your fire blazing, regardless of the circumstances. Check this. Yeah. Be wise, watch the people like you there between. Ever forward, never posted like a figurine. You alive or you living, ain't no in between. Found a drive, now we driven, headed for the dreams. Got an ace, I never playing, and ain't no bluffing, man. Keep it real every time, ain't no telling when. Storms come, pray we build and get up again. Lighters up for a sister and a brethren. It's hardly any faces when on your face you be facing. They don't know the struggle, the story behind the face. It really doesn't matter as long as you run your race and put yourself in the place to receive everything great. And out from the mud I mold a vision. I must a ball out, I kick it with precision. And every time I fall, put a vision in revision. 2020 and we sticking to the mission, yeah. Life's to be lived and not endured. If you believe, put your lighters up. Keep it blazing, 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 blazing all day, yeah. Solid as a rock and I stay secured. You ain't got chase when you know it's yours. Keep it rolling, 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 rolling all day, yeah. Life is such a maze, yet it's so amazing. High grade in this hemp that I set ablaze. Elevate, I had to rise to see better days. Looking up, I saw no stars, now the ceiling's raised. Giving thanks for all the struggles and the part it played. In the queen it made, it's an even trade. Lighters up for the days you made it through the rain. For the times you took the heat and couldn't see a shade. Any weather, time, pressure, pain, pleasure. Big dreams, bad mind, could I never measure. Diamonds beneath the layers of the struggle. They wanna see your downfall, but I always keep it up full. And out from the mud I mold a vision. I must a ball out, I kick it with precision. And every time I fall, put a vision in revision. 2020 and we sticking to the mission, yeah. Life's to be lived and not endured. If you believe, put your lighters up. Keep it blazing, 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 blazing all day, yeah. Solid as a rock and I stay secured. You ain't got chase when you know it's yours. Keep it rolling, 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 rolling all day, yeah. Life's to be lived and not endured. If you believe, put your lighters up. Keep it blazing, 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 blazing all day, yeah. Solid as a rock and I stay secured. You ain't got chase when you know it's yours. Keep it rolling, 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 rolling all day, yeah. Something about this second verse, you know. It holds so much weight. And it encompasses a struggle that so many persons could relate to, you know? But I just want to encourage.
I mean, when you look at the video, who would think that was made right here in the beautiful British Virgin Islands? When you look at how organic it is, of course, that was filmed in Melamu's, right, Kendake?
Yep, that's correct. Melamu's Cafe. Yeah.
That is super, super dope. What was the vision behind the video?
I mean, when it comes to performances, I think we always, you know, we see what we see on TV and it's like, man, I wish I could do that, but you know, it's possible. You know, there's so many talented persons, so many awesome locations here that we can do these things at. So it's just wanted to do something different. Yeah.
And capitalizing on that and making magic with it, if I must say so myself.
Thank you.
Now, there's so many lines to pull from that song, but the one that really stands out to me, well, one of the few lines that stands out to me is, life is such a maze, yet it's so amazing. And also the line about, you know, the queen it made, it's an even trade. Despite the struggles, despite everything that we're going through, there's always a silver lining to every issue. Yeah. So before you go, Kendake, just tell us, what legacy are you hoping to leave through music in the BVI, of course, and beyond?
Wow. I hope to leave behind a legacy of resilience and knowledge and love of self. Yeah.
Well, that's very powerful. Before we go again, please plug yourself. Let our viewers know where they can find you. I know you're available via all major streaming platforms.
That's
right?
correct. And you can also follow me on Facebook and YouTube at Kendake. And you can find me on Twitter and Instagram at I am Kendake. That's IAMKENDAKE.
All right. Speaking to the beauty and the creativity and the talent that we have right here in the BVI, that was VI artist Miss Kendake, of course, rocking the airwaves with Light Us Up. Again, if you haven't as yet, go listen, share, like, and do all the necessaries. For now, that's all we have, but we're going to go to a quick commercial break. When we come back, there's a lot more news, so stick with us.
Is business slow? Cash flow down? Hosting an upcoming event? We can help. Advertise with 284 Media and take your business or event to the next level by enhancing your present marketing and messaging strategies. Allow our team of experts to create a personalized ad that sets your business apart from all the rest. This could be your business or event. So, what are you waiting for? Contact our marketing team at 284media@cctbvi.com. Advertising with us works.
Kyla, I am so impressed with all the talent that we have housed here in the BVI. And again, we look to, especially when we think about role models, we look to foreign sources, and there's so many persons, so many talented persons right here in the BVI that we can look around and be inspired by. And Kendake happens to be one of those persons.
I definitely agree. I sat here in amazement as you interviewed her. I think it's really to show that you see persons walking around every single day, and until they are given the opportunity such as this one to really hear what they have to say, you would never know the knowledge that they can give.
Absolutely.
Or I'm simply amazed, and I think that this young lady will go definitely places. So just encouraging her to keep going, because
she's got it, right? She's got it. And viewers, of course, reminding you to support local talent. I think when we think about the arts in general, it's an area that really lacks that support and that push. And we are here. The reason why we continue to, of course, interview persons like Kendake is because we really take pride in showcasing that local talent here at 284 Media. And it's up to all of us to share that support as well. So again, encouraging you to support in whatever way you can. Go download the songs, and of course, extend that support to all aspiring artists and of course the established ones across the BVI. That is all the time we have for now, viewers. But before we go, the First Caribbean Bank has launched a Caribbean Christmas art competition that will speak to our students, of course.
Right.
We're out of time, but all of that information is available via our website. That is 284media.com. Also reminding you, viewers, to check out today's edition of the Christmas Business Bonanza. Lots of deals to cash in on, especially as we segue into, well, not even segue, we're already
in the
Christmas season. So viewers, for your holiday gifts, whether it be for yourself, and of course, yes, you can treat yourself. It's been a tough year. Or you might want to get a gift for a family or friend. Of course, this is your opportunity to not just look at what's out there, but of course, to go out and shop local. For now, that is all the time we have. Of course, you can follow us on Facebook at 284 Media. We're on Instagram and Twitter at 284BVI as well. My name is Javon Wilson.
And I am Kyla Kenesha Forbes. It is always our pleasure to bring you local, regional, and international content right here on 284 News. Have a happy Tuesday it is. Bye-bye.
So you're saying I can ask this cat any question?
The cat is connected to the computer. You just type in the question, it will read his mind. There the answer comes.
You're the man!